Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Today, we are going to learn a lot of things on LinkedIn. Just to let you know, we have two sessions on LinkedIn. Today, we are going to cover the basics of LinkedIn. And by the way, when I say basics, they're not really extreme basics. We're still going to look at some meaty stuff. And the next session, we are going to get into advanced stuff. But for the next session to happen, today, whatever I help you to go through, I would request that you make a lot of notes and ensure that you complete all the things that I tell you to complete, because the next session will only make sense when you focus today, when you take your notes today, and you go ahead and actually implement all that's been taught today. So are you ready to get started? Let's go for it. So I hope you can see my LinkedIn screen. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to first understand why do you need to be active on LinkedIn. Next thing, what we're going to discuss is the elements of a LinkedIn profile. And the third thing that I'm going to show you are certain things around LinkedIn. All right. So I'm pretty confident that you're aware why you need to be on LinkedIn. As a working professional or somebody who's looking for a career switch or somebody who's even a fresher for that matter, LinkedIn is a gold mine. Now, why do I say that? Because earlier, we used to take a lot of efforts to go and attend offline networking events, exchange business cards, take down people's phone numbers, and then take that attempt to go ahead and contact them via email or call them up for some work and so on. But LinkedIn has literally kind of scrapped it all. Okay, with the help of LinkedIn, sitting at your home or sitting wherever you're sitting right now, even while vacationing for that matter, you can connect to people around the globe, and you can become a personal brand. So what do I mean by a personal brand? You are somebody who has your own set of opinions, your own set of experiences, right? And when you share that with the world, all you're doing is you're sharing your views, right? And when you share your views, you're nobody but a brand. So think of it this way: if today, you go to Salman Khan's page or Hrithik Roshan's page on Instagram or wherever, I mean, it could be anywhere on the internet, you will see that they have been quoted in certain places. Like, they've gone ahead and spoken something to the media, or, they have gone ahead and reacted in a particular way. They have their expressions in a particular way. So all of that makes them, right? So when you think of a Salman Khan or a Hrithik Roshan, you literally think about them, their thinking, what they said in the media, and so on. So same way, while they are celebrities and they may have millions of followers and a lot of movies, we don't have that. And we don't even need to have all of that. But what we have in common is that we also share our opinions. We also share our views with people around, right? So that is a personal brand, somebody who goes out there and in an honest manner shares what he or she feels like without offending anyone. So LinkedIn is a great platform to actually go ahead and put your thoughts, your experiences out there. And that's a personal branding approach where now, I mean, just to give you a little more perspective, today we are in that age where, people might not remember the company logo. They might even forget the entire name of the company, but they tend to know the founders. Today we are in an age where, because people know the founder, the product gets sold. For example, I'm sure you would have seen at least one episode of Shark Tank India, right? Probably earlier you were not using boat, or probably you were not using Sugar Cosmetics or Lenskart for that matter, right? But the moment you started understanding the founders, their opinions, their investment style, you felt like going ahead and at least giving it a try. You felt like going to their website, looking at their products, right? So that's nothing but personal branding. Probably, yes, we had heard of the brands earlier, but we were not kind of motivated or excited enough to try those brands. But the moment you understood the founders, you wanted to go ahead and experiment. So same way as a personal brand, when people love what you talk, when people kind of understand where you're coming from, they start following you and they look forward to your posts, they look forward to your content. And I just want to break the myth here that a personal brand is not somebody who's an influencer. You could be a personal brand with just 100 followers, just 100 connections on LinkedIn, right? So the point is to be out there on the internet, specifically LinkedIn for you and me, because we are career-oriented people, we are working professionals. So the best platform for us to show our personal as well as professional side is LinkedIn. Now you may say, how can I show my personal side? Well, I'm not telling you to share your family stories or your sob stories, but you as a person, what are your values? What is your belief system? All those things can come out on LinkedIn. All right. So in a nutshell, LinkedIn is super important when you are looking to establish a personal brand. You want people to understand you as a person. It helps a lot when you're going for interviews, because today, when people actually shortlist you, they don't just shortlist you based on your resume. They go ahead, they check your LinkedIn profile, they check your portfolio, they go through the content you've made, they go through what you've written on your profile, and then decide to give you a call and schedule an interview. Apart from interviews, if you're looking for promotions, yes, you might be working in a company for long and you're looking for a promotion in that company. Still, your LinkedIn profile matters, because there might be some people who don't know everything about you, right? So when you're, looking for a promotion, the employees in that company who have to make the decision about you do go and look at what exactly you are putting up on LinkedIn. They do go and look ahead at what kind of value are you giving to the audience, what is your thought process, are you understanding your subject matter well or not, right? So LinkedIn is not just for interviews and promotions or personal branding. It's also great if you're looking to get freelance gigs. Let's say if you are kind of into sales, or you're into operations or digital marketing, and you want to go ahead and get more clients or do some virtual assistant sort of services, LinkedIn is a great place to get freelance clients as well. Yes, you do have websites like Fiverr, you have Freelancer, and so on. But with LinkedIn, that personal touch is there, because you can click on your profile and see everything, and they can directly DM you. They don't have to come to a Fiverr where there are other service providers, and they're not playing the price game. Basically on LinkedIn, they want somebody who is premium. They're ready to pay a premium price, right? So LinkedIn is also great for freelancers. It's also great for people who are entrepreneurs. If you're looking to get new customers for your business, or you're looking to hire new people for your business, LinkedIn is the right place to be. So I hope in this part we've understood why LinkedIn is so important. Now, the next question comes, what exactly do I need to do on LinkedIn? All right. So the first thing that you need to do on LinkedIn is complete your profile. And today I'm going to show you what exactly needs to be done in your profile. The second thing after you complete your profile is to start posting some content. So you could just post around 3 to 4 pieces of content. And then after that, we are going to start connecting with relevant people. Okay, now who are these relevant people? They are people who meet our objective. What is our objective of being on LinkedIn? That's something I want you to think of. Pause this video right now and think, what is your objective? Like personally, for me, the objective through my LinkedIn profile is to get more corporate clients, right? Same way for you, probably your objective is to go ahead and get clients for your freelance gigs. Or maybe you want to go ahead and get a new job. You're looking for a much more better job. You're looking for a better role. And that's why you're on LinkedIn, right? So it's important that you understand your objective, and based on your objective, you share important information on LinkedIn via your profile, via the posts, and then connect with people who can help you to meet that objective. For example, if I'm looking to get a job, there's no point in me connecting with people who are just people who do not match the industry I'm looking at, or who are just people who cannot provide me jobs. Now, who are these people who can't provide me jobs? Probably small-time entrepreneurs or solopreneurs. There's no point reaching out to them if I'm looking to apply in a big company where there are maybe 500,000, 10,000 employees, right? So you need to understand whom to connect with. So step number 1, let me reiterate, make your profile. Step number 2, put 3 to 4 posts. Step number 3, connect with relevant people. Step number 4 would be to repeat your loop, where you would start posting content, preferably daily. But if you feel daily is a lot, you can start posting content twice a week. And every day you connect with 15, 20 people. Now, at the time of recording this video, LinkedIn has a rule that in a week, you can just connect with 100 people. Okay. So you need to be up to date with what's happening. As of now, it's 100 people, which basically mean if I am on LinkedIn 5 days a week, I can send 20 connection requests to people. All right. Now, you will keep repeating this loop where you'll be posting content every day and connecting with 15 to 20 people every day. If you can't post every day, then you have the option of For starters, going ahead and posting twice a week. All right. So are we good so far? Are we all clear so far? I hope. If not, pause this video and go back and listen to all that I just mentioned. Great. So with that, let's proceed to step number 1. Now, step number 1 is where we're going to understand what sections are needed in your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Now, these are the important sections. I would request you to first make a note, and then I will explain what exactly needs to be put in each of these sections. The first section is your LinkedIn banner. Okay, we call this the LinkedIn banner. So that's one. Second is your display picture. Third is your profile video, which is not compulsory, but it gives you an edge. So first is banner, which is this. Second is your display picture, or we call it profile picture actually. Third is your profile video. Fourth is, of course, your name. Fifth is the name pronunciation. You can just call it the audio next to the name. So fifth is the audio next to the name. Sixth is your headline. Okay, headline. 7, this is not quite important, so I'm not going to count this, but I'll explain it later. So we're going to skip this. 7 is your contact information. Okay. 8 is if you're looking to provide services or find a job or hire people. So that is open to. So 8 is open to. Next is your featured section, which is super duper important. After that is your about section. Okay. Moving on is your experience section. I hope you're taking a note. If not, please go ahead, get your notepads and pens, pause this video and rewind it a bit so that you start making a note of all the important sections. All right. Moving on. Next is your experience section. Post that, you have your education section. After that, licenses and certifications is optional. I leave it up to you. But education, WorkX is important. Even if you don't have WorkX, don't worry. We'll discuss it, what exactly is to be done. Licenses and certifications is optional. Skills is very important. So the skills section needs to be there. And apart from that, if you're looking for jobs, I would recommend you to have the recommendations section. So if you're somebody who's looking for jobs or who's looking to get freelance projects, recommendation section is really important. Apart from that, if you're somebody who is from a technical field, then I would request you to also put a projects section. Okay, so my profile doesn't have a project section because I'm not really from a technical field. But if you're somebody who's into digital marketing, data science, data analytics, and so on, please add a project section as well. So I hope I'm clear on the sections. Now, what I'm going to do next is for every section that I just kind of named out or called out, I'm going to give you some guidelines. So as I mentioned at the start of the session, I would request you to take a lot of notes because it won't be possible for you to kind of work on your LinkedIn profile while listening to this particular piece, right? You will need to make your notes first and then go ahead and start making your LinkedIn profile. All right, so the first section that's super important is your LinkedIn banner. Now, the banner is usually the first thing that people see when they come to your LinkedIn profile. Now, the question is, what do I add in my banner? Okay, so here you can see in my case, I've clearly mentioned what is it that I can help you with. So if you're a working professional, I can help you to find your dream job and succeed in your career. If you're somebody who is in the corporate, more like an HR L&D person, then I can help your employees to get success. All right. Now, in this case, you can clearly see when you come to my profile that this person can help me with this. So same way, I want you to pause right now, pause this video right now and ask yourself, what is it that I can help people with? So if you're somebody who is looking for a job, look at the role that you want to apply for. Probably this would be a good time to go through 2-3 job descriptions and understand what is their expectation from the candidate, and then frame your one-liner. Okay. If you're somebody who is a freelancer, you can do something similar, but instead of job descriptions, you will actually mention the services that you provide. So for example, you can go ahead as a freelancer, you can go ahead and mention, I help brands build their build their sales funnel, or I help brands build their webinar funnels. As somebody who's looking for a job, you can say, let's say you're looking for a job which is related to web development. You can say, I build a fast loading websites using WordPress and so technology, right? So the moment people come to your profile, they know that you are the expert when it comes to building fast loading websites and you specialize in so technology, all right? So that's your banner. Now, apart from this one line, the other things that you can do on your banner is you can write your name again if you want, though it's here, but in case you want it to be a little stylized, you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and give your email ID as well on the banner. In fact, I would suggest that you do that. Apart from that, if you feel you're clueless at this point, you can't really understand what you want to put on the banner, you can put up a quote which relates to your field and your work. All right. So let's say if I'm into career coaching right now, I'm not able to think of anything. I can simply go to Google, search for a nice quote, and just take that quote, give credit to the person who's written the quote, and make a banner myself. I won't take the image from Google. I'll just look at the quote and make a banner. Now, the question is, how do you go about making a banner? So I'm sure you would have heard of Canva. So we go to canva.com. And what we do over here is in the search section, we just type LinkedIn banner. All right. So all I'm doing is typing LinkedIn banner, clicking on this. And here you can see that there are a lot of templates, right? So the ones that have the rupee sign here, you can go for these templates. It's just that one of the elements is paid and we can delete those. The ones that have this yellow crown, basically they are for Canva paid version. So if you have a paid version, well, that's nice. You can use any template. If you're using a free version like I am right now, then I would ignore these paid templates. I will just go for the ones that have nothing, or at the most the ones that have the rupee sign mentioned. All right. So let's scroll and see if there's some nice template. So whenever you choose a template, of course, there might be certain things. Like, for example, maybe this computer, the laptop does not suit your the field. You can, of course, go ahead and delete those things and add different images there. Right now, we're just looking at a nice layout, basically. So let's go and look at some nice banners. So for now, to save your time and my time, I will just pick up a simple banner. So I've taken this, customize. Now, one thing to remember is that on LinkedIn, no information should come on the left side. The reason is simple. Your display picture comes here. So it's going to cover all the important information that's there behind it, right? So even if you find a template which is nice, but it has text on the left, always shift it to the center or to the right. Now, in this case, I like the template, to be honest, but it's just that the problem is the text is on the left. So what I'll do is I'll bring it to the center, or I can also bring it to the right. So I'm shifting the whole thing over here. And of course, I can play around with the images. I can change the background and so on. So for now, I'll just delete this. I'll search for a better picture here, which is related to graphic design. So I just came to photos and I'm just searching for a picture related to graphic design. And again, in interest of time, I'm just taking a random image, but would request you to spend at least 10 minutes on creating your banner. Okay. This is just an interest of time that I'm choosing to, get a quick banner. All right, I think this will get a little dark. Let's take this one. Okay, so there we are. And of course, you can play around. I would request you to play around with the tool, change the fonts and so on. And that's how you go ahead and create your banner. You can change the text. I'm sure once you play around with the tool, I'm confident you would have at least tried it once. But if not, just play around with the tool and you'll get an idea. So once it's done, all right, once it's done, assume this is what I went for, just kind of, yeah. All I need to do is click on the share button and download this. And I can just click on the download button. So once this banner is downloaded, What I need to do next is come to my LinkedIn profile. So I'll just wait for this to get downloaded. Yeah, there it is. So I'll just come to my LinkedIn profile, click on the pencil icon here, and I can just go ahead and then change the banner. So I'll just click on change photo and upload the new banner. Now, it may happen that when you are creating a banner, so if you see my original picture is bigger, though I've gone to Canva itself and done it, but my original picture is bigger. So it may happen that you've created a really beautiful banner, but LinkedIn is kind of cropping the edges. So my suggestion would always be in your banner, like I mentioned on the left, there should be no important information. Same way around the edges, there should be no important information. Assume that LinkedIn is as it is going to chop off my margins a bit, right? So that way you won't have the fear of remaking your remaking your banner. All right. So this is how my banner looks right now, and then you can go ahead and click on apply. So I'm not changing it, but you get the drill. You just need to click on change photo and change your banner. All right. So that's how you go about making your LinkedIn banner. Simply just go to Canva, pick the right template, and put the right information out there. In fact, let me kind of show you one or two examples for LinkedIn banners. So I'm sure you would you must be aware of Vaibhav Sisinti. He's a LinkedIn coach, and not just LinkedIn, he teaches growth hacking as well. So this is another example of a banner. You can put your logo. So if you're a freelancer or an entrepreneur, you can put your logo, and you can put a nice punchline as well. In the background, you can have some pictures of your team members. In fact, not just for freelancing and entrepreneurship, if you are somebody who's also looking to be on a job, you can always have a collage of you doing different things. So for example, you talking on the stage, you actually coding. So whatever things that you do, which show that you're the good fit for the role. So basically the tasks that you do in your role, you can go ahead and make a nice collage on Canva, just put 4-5 good pictures, and you can just go ahead and put a tagline, or you can mention how you help people. All right, so that's how you go about making a banner on LinkedIn. Let me give you one more example. So this is Rishi Jain's banner here. So here again, just look at the elements. So here you can see he's in action, he's holding the mic and talking. So maybe in your job, or maybe even if you're studying right now, you're not on a job, maybe you have a picture of you talking or a picture of you doing something. You can put that picture, you can put your logo, and you can put a nice tagline. If you have some achievements, you can go ahead and put that. So for example, he's trained 50K people. Probably you have worked with Fortune 500 companies, or maybe you worked with let's say one of the best companies out there. You can put a logo of that. Or if you work with 3-4 good companies, you can go ahead and put that. Or if you've been featured in newspapers, or anywhere for that matter, if you've gone ahead and participated in some very good events, probably you've done your research through some IIT, or you've done something where people are aware of the institutes or the companies, you can go ahead and put their logos as well. All right, so I hope I'm clear on that. So these were some ideas on a banner. The point is that the banner is the first thing that people see. So you want it to be impressive. All right. I hope we are good. If not, I would request you to pause this video, go back, rewind, and take your notes. The point is that the banner needs to be super simple, yet impactful. All right. Now coming to the next part, which is your profile picture. Now, your profile picture needs to be a headshot. What do I mean by a headshot? Typically just till your shoulder level. You need to look straight, you need to smile, you need to be confident. You should not be giving a side profile. Let people see who you are. All right. So you can go ahead and shoot a nice picture. You don't need a professional photographer. You can just use your own mobile phone, but not selfie mode. Please tell a friend or a family member to shoot a photo for you. Or you can even set up a tripod, or just stack some books, stack some boxes, position your camera well, and go for a click. All right. Now let's talk about the the background. How should your wall behind be? So it could be a simple white wall. But of course, then don't wear white clothing because you don't want to kind of blend with the background. Always choose high contrast and in such a way that you are really visible. All right. The background could be a white plain wall, or it could be a subtle wall with some wallpaper, or it could be some nice colored wall like this, or it could just be a good wall which kind of shows that you are in action. When I say in action, I mean you are at work. So let's say if you are somebody who, like for in my case, typically when I take my sessions, this is the background that I usually have, the frames behind me. So I could just click that picture and put it up. Or let's say if I'm working in an office environment, with cabins and other things around, I can I can click a picture there as well. So the idea is to show that this is how you work. All right. Apart from that, would request you to, whenever you're clicking a picture, would request you to not zoom and click the picture because that spoils the resolution. So many a times we are trying to get a clear pic. So we kind of, zoom in and click. Please don't do that because as it is when you upload pictures online, the quality does get compromised, right? And plus we are shooting from our mobile phones. So ensure that the angle and the distance from which you take is appropriate to just upload it on LinkedIn as it is. All right. Now, if you're somebody, if you're struggling for a nice wall behind you, you can use this tool called remove.bg. So in fact, let me just go ahead and show it to you. So remove.bg is a great tool where you can just upload an image and it'll clean the background for you. And then you can actually go to Canva and change the background. All right. So let me just see if I can hunt for a quick picture which can remove the background. Okay. So what I've done right now is I have come here to remove.pg. I've copied a file. I've done Control-C and I'm just going to Control-V. Okay, I just did a Control-V. My file is getting uploaded. Now this was my original picture and this is with the background removed. Okay, if you need to edit it a bit, you can just click on the edit button and you can, just probably I can just delete this shadow, this reflection and so on. So let's do that. In fact, let's take this. Okay. Yeah. So assume I like this picture. I can just go ahead and download it, or I can choose some backgrounds from here, some professional backgrounds probably. So I can do this, or I can just head over to Canva and just add a nice background behind. Okay. So if you find a professional background here, well and good, your life is sorted. If not, you can just go to Canva and add a nice background. So for now, what I'll do is I will just stick to this. I'm going to download this image. Let's come back to Canva. Okay, I'm back to Canva here. I'm going to click on home. And I'm just going to take a square image. Okay, so I can just go ahead and type square. Okay, pick any template, it does not matter. Customize. And as it is, I have to delete everything. Now I'm going to just upload my image here. All right. So let me go back and copy the right image from remove.bg. Yeah, there you go. So I've uploaded the image without the background. Okay, so assume this is the image. Okay, now I can just go ahead and change the background to whatever I want. So if you want a yellow background, that's how you do it. And 1 second. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so if you're struggling for a good background, this is another way of doing it where you just take any picture, kind of delete the background by going to remove.bg and then come to Canva, add a good background, and then of course you download it and then you come back to LinkedIn and you upload it back. All right. So I hope we are clear on these two sections. Let's move to the next one. The next one is simple. You just need to write your complete name. And would request, this is a mistake I see pretty often, would request that you keep your first name, first letter, last name, first letter capital. Many a times people don't kind of capitalize that, and it gives a poor impression. All right, it shows that you're not quite clear about your grammar, right? Next is your name pronunciation audio. So I would like you to hear this first, and then I would explain how to go about doing this.
Riya Punjabi.
Yeah, so I hope you heard that. It was just me pronouncing my name. Now, LinkedIn gives you 10 seconds of time. All right, it gives you 10 seconds of time to go ahead and help people understand the pronunciation of your name. Now, why is it important? Because you're connecting with people globally, right? So maybe somebody sitting in US might not be able to pronounce your name. So when they listen to this, they know the right way of actually pronouncing it. Now, the question is, how do I go about recording my name? So you need to come to the LinkedIn app. All right. So I'm just going to quickly show it to you here. I'm going to click on my LinkedIn app on my mobile. Now, when I come to the LinkedIn app, when I come to the LinkedIn app, I'm just going to click on that recording button. Okay, I think you heard that. Let me do it again for you. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on the pencil icon here. And now when I click on the pencil icon and I scroll, sorry, I don't even need to scroll. Right below my first name, last name, additional name, there's a section called name pronunciation. All I need to do is click on the record button and record my audio. Okay, that's it. And then I just have to click on the save button. All right. So with that, what will happen is once you save, even on your desktop, you will be able to listen to this audio. Now, you may be wondering, why am I doing it from the app? The reason I'm doing it from the LinkedIn app is because your desktop version, okay, let me click on the pencil icon and show you. Your desktop version doesn't have the option of recording your pronunciation, at least at the time of recording this video. I can delete it, but to record it, I need to go to my LinkedIn app. All right. So that's why I suggest go to your LinkedIn app. Okay. Now, apart from this audio recording, which is your name pronunciation, you'll see a lot of people use these 10 seconds for promotions. Okay. Like 10 seconds is a good amount of time to speak a line or two. So instead of just saying Riya Punjabi, I could have actually gone ahead and said, hey, I am Riya Punjabi. If you're looking to get your dream job, please contact me. Okay. So they know that they've heard my voice. The trust levels increase. They're seeing me, they're able to hear my voice as well. And I'll also show you a video recording option. So when people can see all these options, the trust levels increase, right? So when people click on the name pronunciation, they're actually able to hear a promotional message as well. And it's not a typical promotional message that says buy now or something like that. It's simply telling them that, hey, this is how I can help you. Okay. So my suggestion would be, if you want, you have 10 seconds time, ensure you pronounce your name, as well as you can go ahead and use a line or two explaining what is it that you do. Now, the next thing is your cover video. So cover video is nothing, next thing is your profile video. Now, profile video is nothing but like a very short video that comes up over here. For the profile video, again, you need to go to your LinkedIn app. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that for you. So right now I'm on my LinkedIn app, and here where you can see my display picture, you will note a plus sign. Okay, you will note a plus sign. Just click on the plus sign and you will see add profile video. So I'm just going to click on add profile video. And now it's giving me an option of going ahead and adding my video. Okay. So in fact, what I'll do now is I'm just going to go ahead and shoot a video. Okay. So give me a moment. I'm shooting this live with you. So just kind of, yes, let's go for it. Hey, this is Riya Punjabi. If you're looking to get a great job, if you're looking to accelerate your career, if you're looking to build your confidence, go ahead and reach out to me and I will help you get sorted. Okay, so this is the video that I have recorded. Now, what I'm going to do is click on next. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and place my picture quite right. And I'm going to click on share to profile. Okay, so now when I refresh my screen, you should be able to see it. Okay, let's do that. So probably it'll take some time for it to appear, but you can come back and check and you should be able to see the cover video as well. I'll just give you a sample of how it looks. So this is Austin Belzec. Let's see if he has it. Usually he does have a cover video. Here you can see. Let's click on it.
What's up? My name's Austin Belzec, and I teach people just like you how to land jobs they love without traditional experience and without applying online. My strategies stem from my personal experience going from a recent grad with terrible grades and no traditional experience to landing interviews and offers at Google, Microsoft, and Twitter. Now, I created my company Cultivate a Culture to teach people just like you the same strategies. So if you're sick of applying for jobs online, check out my featured and about sections below and hit the follow button because I share advice here on LinkedIn every single day.
Yeah, so you saw that. So this is the display picture, and when you click on it, you can also listen to the profile video. All right. So these are all elements that help people to kind of trust you. All right. Moving to the next part. This is your headline. Okay. Now, from now on, whatever I talk, I would want you to just remember this one thing. Okay. Now, when you have to research on any project, let's say you've got a project at your job, or in your college, or wherever you are doing a course from, right? When you have to research, what do you go to Google and do? What do you go to Google and how do you go about researching? So I'm guessing you use the keywords, right? You'll actually go and put the right keywords. Let's say if I want to learn about how to write a resume, I will go ahead and actually type tips for resume, how to write a resume. These are the words I'll use. The keyword is resume. I will avoid using different words like biodata or profile and so on. I want a resume, so I'm going to type resume, right? Same way, if people want to connect on LinkedIn with other people, they use keywords. Okay, so let's say if somebody wants to connect to a career coach, they will come here, they will type a career coach. Okay, and here they can see results, they can see people's profiles. So it becomes really important that from now on, whatever I speak, you put the right keywords, not just in the headline, but throughout your LinkedIn profile. Why so? Because LinkedIn does not only pick up the words from your headline, it picks up the words from your entire profile. Let me give you a demo. I'll just go ahead and type career coach. I'll click on people here because I want to connect with people who are career coaches. And now you can see that here the word career coach is there. Here it's there. Here it's there. Now here it is not showing career coach. It's showing career and life coach. But then it has understood some words. Okay, here there's career coach. So after a point, after certain results, you will notice that people who don't even have career coach in their headline will pop up. Let me just show it to you. So we'll just hold on. We'll just scroll through a few options and then you'll get an idea of what I'm talking. I'm just going to scroll through some pages. Yeah, now look at this. Now, nowhere in her headline am I seeing career coach. Okay, let's click on her this. So she's mentioned certified career coach, and it's not even in the top part. It's come here. So slowly, you start observing that LinkedIn is picking up words even from the about section, or sometimes from the work ex section, and so on. Right? Let me take another example. Let's say marketing manager. Okay, so here we can see marketing manager everywhere. For now, I'm going to keep my connections to second. Second means these are the people who are not connected to me. First means these are the people who are connected to me. Okay, what is third? I'll come to that a little later. So here you can see that marketing manager. Okay, now look at this. I searched for marketing manager, but what is LinkedIn doing? It is giving me manager marketing, brand manager marketing. Okay, so I hope you're getting. LinkedIn is trying to just look at the keywords, not just in your headline, but throughout. Okay, so that's why it becomes important for you to actually go ahead and put the keywords throughout your LinkedIn profile. So now here you can see LinkedIn is highlighting this. In the past, this person has done marketing communications manager. So the keywords, whenever you put more of those keywords, your profile will pop up. Okay. So it's as simple as we call it SEO, right? The more you use the keywords and the more they are exact, the higher the chances of your LinkedIn profile popping up. Okay. So from now on, whatever keywords you put in your profile, not just headline, but everywhere else, ensure you're doing it deliberately, not just typing because you feel like typing. There needs to be a reason for you to put those keywords. Like I'll give you my example. Earlier, I used to call myself an image and self-enhancement coach because I thought it seemed really fancy. Okay, image and self-enhancement coach. But the problem was people were not searching for that keywords. People were actually searching for career coach, they were searching for corporate trainer, and so on. And that's what made me realize that, you know what, I need to change my title, because while it sounds fancy, people are not understanding it. People are not searching for it. And if people are not searching for it, then obviously I'm not going to get business from them, right? So whatever keywords you see over here, career growth, people search for it. Corporate trainer, search for it. Career coach, people search for it. Resume expert, they search for it. So whatever keyword you see, recruiter, soft skills trainer, they're done deliberately because people actually search for those keywords. Okay. Now, same way throughout my profile, when I'm explaining, you'll realize that certain words are deliberate. They are again and again popping up because I want my profile to keep ranking higher and higher when people search for a corporate trainer or a career coach or a resume expert. All right. So how do you go about writing your headline? Think of the keywords that people search for. Now, while a social media specialist sounds really fancy, not many people search for it. People will search for a social media executive. People will search for a social media manager. So you're going to put that headline. Okay. Same way, if there are some technologies you use, ensure you name those technologies. Like for example, WordPress expert or Java, C Sharp, and so on. So that when people search for it, your profile pops up. Okay. Let me see if I can give you an example. So over here, you can see WordPress, Canva, SEO, SEM. Why is this done? It's done deliberately so that their profile pops up. Okay. Now that's on headline. Typically, a headline should just be up to 2 to 2.5 lines. You don't want to kind of cross it because it looks really messy otherwise. And if you're doing multiple things, please ensure you kind of separate it with these bar signs. I hope I'm clear so far. So it could be possible that you're using different technologies which are very different from each other. It's like maybe you're good with Excel also, and maybe you're good with Power BI as well. Maybe you're good with Photoshop as well. Maybe you're good with Canva as well, right? They're different things, but still, when you put them, people understand that you have a knowledge in these areas, right? Probably, let's say now, if I say video content creator, for example. Now, when somebody sees this, people have an idea that if this person is shooting video content, maybe this person is also doing live, right? Same way, if this person is doing Photoshop, probably he or she is also maybe using Figma or Canva or some other tool out there, right? So that's how you do your headline. Moving to your contact info section. So contact info section is all your contact details. I would suggest that you should not add your phone number, because in the past I've added my phone number and I've got a lot of spam calls. I've got random people calling, my data being sold, and so on. So I would highly urge you to just share your email ID. But if you're okay getting spam calls, then you can go for that as well. Okay. Now the question is, how do you go about editing the contact info? In fact, for anything on LinkedIn, try to look at these pencil icons. Whenever you see the pencil icons, it's a section of, which can be edited using that icon. So if I want to edit this section, I'm just going to click on the pencil icon. You can see I can edit all of this, my name, first name. I can delete the audio recording. I can add my headline. I can go ahead and add all the details, and you can see location, city, and so on. So industry, which industry I'm from, I can go ahead and add it here. My position, so what am I doing currently? I can go ahead and add it from here itself. Even my education, my last education, I can go ahead and add it from here itself. So all I need to do is click on add and fill up all the details that are given over here. Okay, so I'm going to come to this a little later. That's why I'm not kind of putting too much focus on this at this point. Here you can see that there's this edit contact info. So when I click on this, it gives me the option of adding a lot of my details, my website, my Twitter, my portfolio link, my blog link, and so on. So all you need to keep doing is keep on clicking add website, and you can add multiple websites. Okay. So what do I mean by multiple websites? One could be your actual website. The other could be a blog link. The third could be your portfolio link. The fourth could be your Instagram link if it's a business Instagram, and so on. All right. So that's how you add contact information. Now next is open to, and then there are multiple options. Now, sometimes it may happen that you may not see it the way you're seeing it on my screen. Sometimes you get providing services option here itself. It's absolutely fine. LinkedIn releases certain features to certain people after a particular time. Like if they feel that you're pretty, kind of active on LinkedIn, they kind of release some features really fast and some features pretty slow. And sometimes those features can be a little, placement wise, they can be a little up or down. Like I do see for some of my students, they get providing services here. So that's okay. The point is that you have it. It's just somewhere around here. All right. So let's come to open to. Now here, as you see on my screen, there are two options: finding a new job and hiring. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're looking to hire people, you can click on hiring and fill in the details, what kind of a person you're looking to hire. If you're somebody who's looking for a job, you need to click on open to finding a new job. All right. Now, when you click on open to finding a new job, you need to go ahead and give your information, like what kind of a job are you looking for. So you can go ahead and add the job title. So let's say for now, I'm looking for the role of a Python developer. So this way I'll add multiple titles which are related to the role that I want. Okay. Okay, I'm not a tech person, so I may be wrong here, but what I'm trying to do is just keep the common keywords. Okay. So Python developer, Python engineer, maybe Python intern. Let's see if we get that. Okay, it's not happening. Let's try data analyst. So this way, bunch up the things that are relevant. And then you can mention where are you ready to work, on-site, hybrid, remote. If you're ready to work remote, you can click. What locations are you ready to work if it's on-site? On-site means in office. So what are the locations you're ready to work? And if it is remote, where should the company be from? Okay, so even if you keep this to, let's see if we get India. Yeah, you can keep this to India. Or I would suggest, since it's remote, you can type other countries as well, because nowadays we are seeing a trend that a lot of foreign countries, like you can see Philippines, you see US and other places, Australia, they're hiring a lot of Indians for remote work. So my suggestion would be that if you're looking for remote work, add in a bunch of countries from where they typically hire Indians. Okay. Start date, my suggestion would be immediately I'm actively applying, because this one does not sound quite great. I'm casually browsing, right? This one sounds more serious. And it's not that if you put this today, immediately you're going to get a job today. So it makes sense to just put this. What are the types of roles you're looking for? So whatever it is that you're looking for, maybe internship, part-time, full-time, or whatever you're looking for, you can put that. Now, after this, when you click on the drop down here, you'll see two options. Okay. The first option is let the whole of LinkedIn know that I'm open to a job. Okay. So you'll get that green band that says hashtag open to work. So the whole world, including people in your company, will come to know that you are looking for a job. The next option is whoever has the LinkedIn recruiter paid package. Okay, these are LinkedIn recruiters. They will see that I'm open to work, but this does not guarantee that your company won't see it. Probably your company is using LinkedIn recruiter. So they may come to know that you're looking for a job, right? So my suggestion would be whatever you choose, just be careful while choosing, or if you're open about you searching a job, then I think you can just go ahead and choose the first option. All right, and then you will click on add to profile. Okay, so that's how you go ahead and go ahead and mention to people that you're open for a job. Now, the next thing is providing services. Now, providing services are for people who are freelancers or entrepreneurs. Okay, so over here, I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to show it to you. Let me, in fact, click on the pencil icon and show it to you. So here, I want to tell people that these are the kind of services I provide. So I'm just going to click on add services and mention the service. Let's say I provide Facebook ad services. Okay, it's not happening. Let's try digital marketing. Yeah, I provide digital marketing services. Let's say I provide support services. Okay, so whatever services I provide, I'm just going to mention those. And if you're confused on what to type, you can just go through each of these categories and select the right option. Okay, you can do that as well. Okay, here you can see these are what I have selected, and that's why it's in bold and there's a check. And on top, you can notice that these categories have been put up by me. Okay, and then you just click on done. So for now, I'm just going to delete digital marketing and tech support because that's not something I provide. And I'm going to click on done. So these are the services that I provide. Now, next is to tell them what exactly do I do. So you can just go and explain your services in detail. So over here, you can see that I have actually mentioned what all I do inside each of these. So when I say career development, these are the things that I teach. When I say corporate training, these are the things that I teach. So same way, you can go ahead and explain to people in 500 words or lesser that what is it that you do when you say you provide these services. Okay. Next is what is the location that you provide these services in. So because I'm in Mumbai, it's showing Mumbai. And are you willing to work remotely or not? And pricing and all, you can let it be. Let people approach you and then you can share your pricing. And this I would suggest you to do. Keep this on your visibility. So when somebody gives you a nice review on your work, it can be seen over here. So this is review for your work. Okay, this is review for your services that you've provided. And if somebody wants to ask you some questions, they want to inquire, click on allow so that they can message you for free. Okay, and then you can click on save. Now, once you click on save, a page like this will be made. Okay, something like this will be made, and you can see all these details automatically pop up. Apart from this, you have different sections like media and reviews and so on. You can go ahead and actually you can go ahead and actually upload some things. Like for example, media means uploading pictures of your work, right? So here you can see I've literally shown people that I'm training to prove it to people that this is my world, this is what I do. I've shown this is the way I teach, right? Same way, if somebody gives me a review, if some client comes to me through LinkedIn and they follow this entire process and they want to go ahead and give me a review, their reviews will pop up over here. I can also invite them to review. I can tell them that, let's say somebody came for public speaking. I can just type the name of the person. Let's assume this person. And I can invite him to go ahead and write a review for my work. Okay, so LinkedIn allows you 20 credits. LinkedIn allows you 20 credits for reviews every year. All right. So apart from this, you also have new requests. So new requests means the people who requested for your services, the projects you took up from there, and then what is the review status. Okay. Now, quite honestly, this feature is not much used because people just tend to ping you on LinkedIn and take it from there. Very few people actually click on providing services and then they go and request for request for some proposal and so on. All right, but it's important for me to let you know what all you can do with LinkedIn, right? So that's that. I hope we are clear so far. Please pause this video, go back to your notes and check if you're all clear, because I know we are doing a lot of things and we are yet to do a lot of things. So I don't want to bog you down with too much. All right. Pause whenever you feel the need to revise. Just feel free to pause. Check your notes if needed. Go back and do so much on LinkedIn and then continue this video. All right. Moving on, next comes resources. So the hashtags that you see here, okay. Again, hashtags are not very important on LinkedIn, but how do you get these hashtags? You just need to keep your creator mode on, okay. So when you keep your creator mode on, you're telling people that these are the topics that I like to talk about the most, and you are creating these hashtags, okay. Like for example, I can just click on add topic and I can just type something and it will come up here. Okay, and then I can click on save. So for now, I'm just going to click on this only. So this way, it will come on top of your profile. It will tell people what you like talking the most about. In fact, they can even go to the search and do a hashtag and look at the hashtag that you are talking on. And they can see whether your profile is popping up or not. Okay. Again, not a very important feature on LinkedIn. And then the creator mode basically says whether all these things are available for you or not. Can you do a LinkedIn live? Do you have an audio only event? Can you write newsletters? Can you follow people and so on? Okay, not very important. So even if you don't give this time, it's absolutely fine. Moving to more things in resources. So I'm going to click on show all resources. Now over here, again, not very important things. The important thing over here is my network. Apart from that, remaining, you can just research for yourself. My items are basically things you save on LinkedIn. So if you've saved a job, you've saved some articles and so on, they'll be saved in my items. My network is basically the people who are connected to me on LinkedIn. Okay, so when I see my network, I can just click on connections and see who all are connected. I can click on my contacts and see what all is happening. All right. So not really recommended. Okay. I would suggest that you don't waste time on these things because honestly, they're not much needed. Creator mode, if you want, you can add it. So it allows you to add 5 hashtags over here. But in your posts, of course, you don't have to use all the 5. It's not Instagram where you can add 5, 10, 15, 30 hashtags. My suggestion would be just stick to 3 to 4 hashtags whenever you're posting some content. All right, just the relevant hashtags. Now moving to the featured section, a super duper important section. A featured section is nothing but it's that part of LinkedIn where you can feel free to show off your achievements, your certifications, or a video of you talking or you holding some certificates and so on. So I like to call it like a nice show off section, which helps people to create a great impression about you. Okay. So here, what can you do? Like, how do you add things in the featured section? You have quite a few options. So you can add a post. Add a post means whatever I've posted on LinkedIn in the past, bring that over here. So let's say I posted, these are my posts on LinkedIn. Okay. So let's pick a nice post which has got some good comments. So this has got decent. It's got 192. Let's click on feature. Now you will notice that it came here. Okay, so this is basically I've linked my post over here. So when somebody clicks on this, it will take them to my post. Okay. Apart from apart from linking a post, you can link an article or newsletter. Again, not much used on LinkedIn. You can add a link. So let's say you've shot a video, you put it up on YouTube, a video of you talking or a video of you presenting. You can just paste the YouTube link over here. All right. Apart from that, you can also upload things from your laptop, from your system and add it over here. All right. So LinkedIn, in LinkedIn, the featured section is very, very important. You can put anything. Like here, you can see I was featured in a newspaper, so I've put that because it creates a good impression about me. Here, I've put a video of me so that people can understand how is it that I talk. Okay, there was I do remember one of the featured sections had a video of me holding a certificate. Can't recollect where it is. There was a video of, sorry, not a video, a picture of me holding a certificate which was given to me by a director. So those things kind of, kind of show your achievements in life. And of course, it creates a fantastic impression, right? So you can put it this way. Or another way, if you want to beautify it a bit, this is something that I absolutely love. You can create thumbnails. So in fact, let me show you Ankur Vari. So over here, if you notice, he's put some nice thumbnails. Like, look at this. How has he done this? You can literally have the same look for all the thumbnails. You just have to go to peak.link. Okay, peak.link, you can see here. And I'm just going to kind of show you a demo now. You just paste your link over here. For now, I'm just pasting Google. Okay, click on, okay, it requires me to paste a proper URL. So let's take my LinkedIn URL in that case. Okay, so I've put my LinkedIn URL. And now I can just put some nice, like a nice caption. I can just say LinkedIn profile. Put some nice background color. And if needed, I can go ahead and even add some image. So the background will actually become an image, or I can add a screenshot of that page. So right now the page is LinkedIn, and hence it's taken a screenshot of that page. I can even put some image. For now, I'm just sticking to this, and I'm going to click on create link. Now, once I log in, it'll give me a peak link. It'll generate a new link for me. I just need to copy that link, come to my featured section, and over here, I'll just paste that peak link. And the moment I paste it, automatically my cover will have the green and blue background that I chose. All right. So I hope I'm clear on how do you make such beautiful thumbnails. It's just using a website like peak.link. Great. So I hope we are good so far. The featured section, please do not ignore it. It's one of the most important sections on LinkedIn. Okay. Moving on. Now, next section is your activity section. Activity section is nothing but everything that you do on LinkedIn. Commenting on other people's posts, liking people's posts, you going ahead and posting something. All of that is seen in the activity section. So when I click on see all activity, you can see in all activity, whatever I have done, like I commented on this person's post. Okay. I like this person's post. I went ahead and commented on this person's post. Everything has come here. But when I click on posts, it shows me the posts that I have put up on LinkedIn. So 4 hours ago, this is the post that I had scheduled. And then 23 hours ago, this was again a post that I put up, and then so on and on, right? So these are the posts that I have put up, which come here inside of posts. That's your activity section. So by the way, this comes by default. You don't have any control on this section, okay? Next is your about section, which is really, really important. Now in about, see, I've written a lot, and this has happened over time. Earlier, when I started using LinkedIn, I had barely written like 2-3 paragraphs, and with time, it just kept expanding, right? So my suggestion to you would be go ahead and start writing an about section, be it at least 2-3 paragraphs, and get into a little bit of storytelling. Let people understand the real you. Now, while LinkedIn is a professional network, okay, it does not mean that you cannot share your personal stories. Yes, you don't have to share your sob stories, getting sympathy and all of that, but you can share stories which made you what you are today, or that one story which helped you to choose the career that you are in today. Okay. So that is something that you need to add so that people understand why is it that you are in this career, why are you so passionate about it. Okay, so that's one. Second thing that you can add is your achievements so far in your career. The third thing you can add is what is your mission, what is your vision, what are you looking to do, what are your goals, and so on. Now, I'll just break this about section down for you. When you have the time, you can, of course, go through it, but I just want to kind of templatize it for you. Okay. So the first thing that I did is in one line, I'm telling people, what do I do? Okay. So you are in mid-career growth, you're doubting the capability, you're lacking confidence, I'm here to help you. Okay. So this is in 3-4 lines. Then here I'm saying, hi, I'm Ria, and I'm thanking them. Now here I'm explaining to them that why did I choose to actually get into career coaching? And I have a story behind it. I've just shared this story that during my younger days, I felt I was not good enough. And I really wish that some genie would come by and, kind of help me get over my own silly beliefs that I had, right? And then I get into explaining how can I help. I get into a little more detail. And then, so these are the details, how I help people. Then I talk about my achievements, newspapers, how many lives impacted, the client names, and so on. And then I tell them that if you need help with so and so thing, please email me or feel free to reach out to me, right? So this is nothing but your about section, where basically it's broken down into your story, your achievements. If you have any clients, let's say you're a freelancer or an entrepreneur, your clients, or if you worked with some great brands, you can mention that. And how is it that they can contact you? All right. So my suggestion would be make it really easy for people to be able to contact you. Keep putting in your email ID in different places. You could put it in your banner. You could put it in your contact info. You can put it in the about section, wherever you feel that yes, this section will kind of help him to connect better with me. Feel free to put your email ID over there. Okay. Next section is your experience section. Okay. Now, experience section is nothing but your work experience section. So if you have done any job full-time, part-time, internship, your own business, even if it failed, all of that is considered experience. Okay. So even if you have done like a 10 days work as an internship, there are some shorter internships that are 7 days, 10 days long. Even that will go inside of experience. Okay. Now, the question is, how do I fill up all these things? So for experience, education, and most of the sections from now on, actually, the template remains the same. All you need to do is click on the plus icon and click on add position. Add position means add work experience. And over here, you go ahead and give your title. So whatever you did, you go ahead and mention that. Let's say I was a marketing manager. I will put that title. Name, I will give my employment type, name of the company. So I worked with this company called Local Banya. It no longer exists, it's shut down, but let's see if that won't come because the company page does not exist. Where was I working? What was my location type? Was it remote, hybrid, so on? And then I give all my details. And in description, I explain what exactly did I do. Okay, it's similar to what you write in a resume. But again, like we discussed in the resume, it needs to be achievement oriented. Try to put things where you accomplished, right? Try to mention more of accomplishments. And if you're not getting any accomplishment points, then you can focus on what exactly were your responsibilities in this company. Okay. Skill means what are the skills that you used in this role? So for example, I can click on skill. Let's say I use the skill of emails. Let's say I did email marketing, so I can tag that skill. Let's say I did collaborations. I'm not too sure if that will come, but let's try. Collaborative leadership. So I can just add those skills. And media means uploading some pictures or some videos or some links which prove that I worked here. And it's not only about proving; it's also about showing what kind of work you did. Right. So of course you don't have to put the confidential stuff, but let's say if you were hosting an event in the office, in the company that you were working for, or let's say you got awarded employee of the month, or you got a trophy or something, you can put pictures of that. You can also put some some presentation PDF files as well. All right. So that is add media. Let me show you a demo here. So here you can see, this is my experience section. So this is put in experience. This is the name of the company and this is the title. This is the job type. So in this case, it's self-employed because it's not a job, or the duration. And this is the description where I told you add your achievements, your responsibilities. And this is the media part where people can click on this link, they can view this image, and so on. And when you upload an image, you can also write some notes over here. Okay, so that's that. Same way here, you can see that there's a description and people can click on this and they can go to a link. Okay. Here you can see this is my work experience. So I've just mentioned what exactly did I do, and like relationship building, onboarding. So I didn't really have like an achievement which I could share because I had a lot of confidentiality clauses. There were numbers which I could not reveal, and I never got employee of the month or anything. So I didn't have that kind of an achievement. So what I did over here is I just mentioned what all would I do for people. Okay. Next is your education section. So similar, you're just going to click on the plus sign and you're going to just fill in the details, your school, degree, field of study, your activities in society. So whichever committees that you were a part of, mention that. I would say that go a level deeper and write it neatly. Instead of just saying marching band, volleyball, you can mention in sentence form. Like for example, was responsible for planning so and so events, was responsible for getting guest speakers for so and so events. So you have 500 word limit. Try to tell what exactly did you do in these committees. And in description, you can talk about what were the subjects you learned in this degree, and if you got any good rank, or if there's any achievement you want to focus on, or if you want to talk about a particular subject that you really loved, you can mention that as well. Now remember, whatever information you type on LinkedIn, ensure that the keywords that you want to your profile to pop up for, those keywords need to be there everywhere. Okay, so let's say if I want the keyword resume, then I should try plugging in that keyword here in my description. If I want a keyword which is let's say interview expert, then I have to use the keyword interview. Okay. Same way you can add skills, you can add media, it's similar. All right. So I hope I'm clear. Now in my case, I've kept it really short because my education was long done. So here you can see I've just mentioned the committee names that I was a part of, because the keywords that I'll use here can hamper with the keywords that are already there. So I want to pay a lot of emphasis on the right keywords, and that's why I'm not giving information which is not going to help me now. Okay, same way it can happen with you, that you are changing careers. So unnecessarily don't give a lot of words related to the old career, because that can hamper your LinkedIn search. Like I'll give you one example. So prior to Wipro, I was a graphic designer as well. Okay. So earlier I used to mention graphic designing here, but the problem I was facing was that because I'd explained it and I'd explained it well, people started contacting me for graphic designing work, despite me telling them that I'm an image and self-enhancement coach. Okay, earlier, if you remember, I told you I'd mentioned image and self-enhancement coach. So that made me understand that sometimes it's okay to delete irrelevant information. Now, at this point in my career, people wouldn't care if I was a graphic designer or not. They care about what am I doing currently. So same way in your case, while if you have like a lot of work experience, then you can feel free to delete some experiences which are irrelevant. They're giving irrelevant keywords. But let's say if you have little experience, let's say you have 1 year experience or 2 years experience, then don't delete those work experience, but reduce the content that you're bringing in there, because it'll hamper with your keywords. Instead, use the about section so well, and the project section, and that's something I'll be explaining to you, the project section. Use the about and project section so well that the new keywords related to your new career keep popping up. All right. So that's that. And with that, we complete the education section. So education section will have all your degrees, your post-graduation, your graduation, your 12th, your 10th. If you've done some big courses like diploma courses, 6-month, 12-month courses, those also will come here. Right? If you've done a 3-month online course, you're doing something with Naukriwala, all of that's going to come inside of education. Okay, so there are two things here. There's education and then there is courses as well. So you need to take a call based on the duration and intensity of the program. If it was a course, a shorter course, you can just go ahead and put it in courses section. But if it was a full-time education that you had, like a proper degree, you going to college for 6-7 hours and working, all of that would come inside education section. Okay. Now you may wonder, where is courses? Let me just show that to you. So each time you're stuck on LinkedIn, you're wondering where the sections are, you just need to come to add profile section. And here you can see a lot of sections. So inside of the core category, you have education position, career break skills. In recommended, you have your courses, you have licenses, certifications. And then in additional, you have, if you have any volunteering experience, you can bring this section as well. Like, let's say some blood donation drive, beach clean drive, or you did something for Rotary, Road Track Club, that can also come. If you've got any patents, publications, you can put that. Projects, I would urge you to please add projects. So you can just click on add projects. Same way, if you've got some really good scores, you've got some awards, honors, you can just choose the relevant, the relevant sections. Okay. So for now, let me click on courses because I was talking about it. So over here, add courses. So you just have to name the course. If you have some course number, it's not a compulsory field. You can leave it as well. So let's say I did a course on project management. This is just a dummy that I'm showing you. And with whom did I do it? Let's say when I was working with Local Bunny, I did it then. And then I can click on save. Okay. Now you can see that it will pop up over here. Here, courses and the course that I did over here. Okay, so just want to bring this into perspective again. Associated with, and it is going to show you all your education and your companies, okay, that you worked for. So while you were working in a company and the company kind of, like, I'll give you an example of Wipro. So with Wipro, how it was that we are supposed to work with them, as well as we had an MBA degree, which I didn't pursue, but I'm just giving you an example. So there was an MBA degree where I think you were studying for 4 days of the month, of what I remember now. So the degree was in association with Wipro. It was a symbiosis degree, which was in association with Wipro. So I could have just gone ahead and mentioned the name of the course here, which was with symbiosis, and it was associated with Wipro, and I'll click on save. All right. So that's how you go about adding courses which are done in collaboration. But let's say where it went here. Yeah. But let's say if I've done some other courses which are not in collaboration, then I can feel free to add it in education section. All right. So let me just go ahead and delete this information because I've actually not done this. Just deleting the course. Yeah. Okay. Now coming to projects. Okay. So add profile section, recommended, additional, add projects. Okay. So in projects, whatever new projects you're doing, please remember keywords, right? We want the keywords coming out. So let's say you built a weather app. You can just go ahead and name the weather app something and then mention that it's a weather app. Okay, so let's say the name of the app was XYZ. And then you can say weather application made using so-and-so technology. Okay, so mention the name of the technology because you want those keywords coming out. Okay, same way you're going to give the start date, end date of the project. You can go ahead and write the proper description of the app, like what exactly does the app do? What all does it show? Like it shows the weather of India's, all the Indian cities. It can forecast the weather for up to 30 days. So whatever it does, mention the technologies again, and give the URL of the project. So ensure you upload the project somewhere and paste the URL over here so that people can click on it and actually view your project as well. Ad creator means if you were working in a team, you can go ahead and tag those friends with whom you made this project. All right. So I hope I'm clear. This is how you can go ahead and add projects. I would highly urge you, especially when, if you're shifting careers, you're transitioning into a different career, about section, skills section, and project section are great. In fact, even education section, these are great sections to go ahead and embed new keywords. All right. Lovely. Moving on, moving to licenses and certifications. Again, I think this is pretty simple. You just need to click on the plus icon, mention the name of the certification. Like here, I'll just give you an example. So this is a Microsoft certification. You just need to write the name of the certification, who gave the certification. So here you can see an example is Microsoft. When did you get it? If the certification is expiring, when is it expiring? And if you learned any skills from this certification. Now, one thing to remember that whatever skills you keep adding here, or even in the work experience section, if you remember, we had selected skills. These skills come in the skills section. All right. Let me do one thing. Let me give you an example. So I'm just editing this one certification that I had, and I'm adding a skill over here. Okay. So I'm adding SQL as my skill, clicking on save. Now, when I scroll to my skills section, you can see there are two types of skills over here. One is saying design database solutions. It's saying SQL, which is the skill I just put. And it's literally telling me that where I got the skill. I got it from this certification. And the other type is this type, where nothing is being mentioned, only the skill name is being mentioned. So you can see the difference now. If you want people to know where you got the skill from, then you put it. Okay, you put it in the relevant field. But if you want to generally mention that this is your skill, then you just need to come to your skill section, click on plus, and go ahead and add the skill. So right now I'll just put communication. By the way, LinkedIn allows you to add up to 50 skills. Now I'm not selecting anything. I don't want to mention where I got this skill from, and I click on save. Okay. Now over here, you will be able to see communication. Okay. So that's the difference. You can just come here directly to skills and directly mention which skill you want, which skill you have without tagging anything. All right. So let me just quickly delete SQL because that is not a skill that I use right now. And the reason I want to delete it is because I am going to be marked for the wrong keywords. Then people will come to me and they will go ahead and think that I provide SQL services. So in fact, I've got 19 endorsements on this, but I'm still going to choose to delete it. Now, what do endorsements mean? Endorsements mean people in your network feel you are good at this. Okay. Like here, I've put a skill, youth mentoring. So 12 people in my network have come and voted that yes, Ria is good at this skill. And the people are these people. Okay. So let's check somebody's profile here and see if we can vote on their skills. So there's an option of voting. Let's see if she has a skill section. Yes. So here you can see that I have endorsed Vidhi on these skills. Okay. Now, if I want to endorse her on one more, I just have to click on endorse, and it will become 24 endorsements for, which basically mean that 24 people have voted that she is good with B2B business, right? She's good with B2B. So I hope I'm clear on that. Skills is a very important section. You can add 50 skills. Please make good use of it. All right. In fact, earlier I had skills related to graphic designing, Photoshop and stuff. I've deleted everything. While I may know those things today, I'm no longer doing those things, right? That's why when you're transitioning into a new career, you may have skills which the new career does not require. So delete those skills. Otherwise, your profile will pop up in the search for wrong things. Okay. Next is the recommendation section. Again, super crucial if you're looking to get clients or looking to get a job. So recommendations simply mean that people have given a review about you. On LinkedIn, when you receive from people, it comes. When you give to people, that also shows. Okay. So if I want a recommendation from somebody, I can just click on plus. I can ask for a recommendation. Means I'm requesting somebody to give me a recommendation. So I'll click on plus. Whom do I want to ask a recommendation? I'll type that person's name. So let's say I type my previous boss's name. Okay. So I've typed his name. I click on continue. And now what is the relationship? So he was my senior. He was one of my bosses in one of the companies. So I'm just going to click on the name and the position. And then I'll write a nice message for him. Hi, Amit. Hope you're doing good. It would be great if you could write me a recommendation for the work that I did in local Banya as a marketing manager. So this way, when I send him a message, he will be notified and he can go ahead and then give me a review. Okay. Same way, when I want to give somebody, I can click on plus and I can give recommendation, and I'll do the same thing. I can just type the person's name. Okay, click on continue, and I can just select the relationship, the position, and I can say Amit was one of my managers who managed me indirectly in local Banya. His working style is this. I can write a nice recommendation for him, and then Amit will get an alert. So in fact, I do remember one of my students had given me a recommendation which I've not added, but it was pretty recent. Just give me one moment. Can't find it, but I just want to show you how it looks. Don't seem to get it. Okay, yeah. So this is a student who gave me a recommendation. So I can just click on this. I can review what he has written for me. Okay, so received. I'll click on receive. Sorry, pending. Here in pending, I've received this from him. I can just click on add to profile and will come on my profile. Same way, this student has requested. So he's written a nice message for me and he's requesting that, ma'am, could you please go ahead and recommend? So if I want to recommend, I'll just click on the recommend button and write a recommendation for him. All right. So the easy way of searching is actually by just clicking on the show all pending, and it'll show you all the pending recommendations. Okay. So that's on LinkedIn. And of course, there are other sections as well. There's languages, there's interest. So interest basically happens by default. Whatever company pages you follow, people you follow, whatever groups you're a part of, it automatically comes in your interest section. You can't do anything about it. But you can go ahead and use other sections and explore. Like if you want, you can put a languages section, you can put causes and so on. But the point is, today, what I've explained to you are the most important sections. Apart from these, you can definitely explore LinkedIn. You can explore the ad profile section and add more details. All right. Now I'm moving to the last part of today's session, which is when you come to LinkedIn, you see different types of connections. Okay. So here you can see there's first written. In some places, let me see if I can show you. Second is written, and then you'll also see third. Okay. So what are these? On LinkedIn, there are three types of connections. First means this person is directly connected to you, which means he can also see your profile and your posts, and you can also go and see his posts. And when I say go and see, it does not mean I have to go to his profile. It simply means his his work, his post will pop up on my newsfeed. Now, in case of him, the reason it's coming on my news feed is because we are first connections. Okay. Then second connections means that there's a mutual person in between. So here in this case, Nikunj is a second connection, but still he's coming on my wall is because Siddhant and I have are like Nikunj knows both Siddhant and me. That's why he's a second connection. So there's a common factor. Okay. It's like Facebook, direct friends, mutual friends. So this is mutual connection. So Nikunj knows both Siddhant and me. That's why it's second. Then friends of mutual friends, like on Facebook, you say friends of mutual friends. So connection of mutual connection becomes third connection. Okay. So basically, with every connection, the distance keeps increasing. All right. Now, apart from that, you'll also have the option of following people on LinkedIn. So here you can see there's a following button. Now, connect and following are two different things. Connect means connected, which basically means we become first connections and we can see each other's posts on our walls. Following is like you following an Instagram page, which basically means when that page posts something, you will see it in your news feed. You will see it on your wall, but that But when you post something, that page won't see it, that person won't see it, right? It's as simple as, let's say if I'm following an influencer, her posts will come on my wall, but when I post something, she won't see it till she does not follow me. So that is called following. All right. So those were things on LinkedIn. With that, we've come to an end of today's session. We've had a very power-packed session. Go back, refer to this entire video time and again, pause it, watch it. If needed, pause it multiple times. Go ahead and do bits and pieces of LinkedIn profile. Come back to new sections, pause, go to the new profile, go to the new sections again. So you can literally break this entire session into different sections where you watch one section, you pause, go ahead, complete that section on LinkedIn, come back, watch the second section, go back and complete the second section. You can do it that way as well. Or if you've taken amazing notes, I'm really happy for you. You can go ahead and start building your LinkedIn profile. I would urge you to complete it within 24 hours time. And then when we meet for the next session, we're going to go advanced on LinkedIn. There's a lot more on LinkedIn. For that, your basic profile needs to be completed. All right. So the first time when you make your LinkedIn profile, it's going to be a slightly longer process. It may take you 3-4 hours, but trust me, it's worth the effort because it's just a one-time affair. After this, it gets really simple to kind of just modify or just edit your LinkedIn profile. All right. So with that, good luck on making your LinkedIn profile, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in the next session. This is your coach, Riya Punjabi, signing off.